Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making fish cakes from the Country Cooking of Ireland cookbook that I was recently gifted with over the holiday season, using about 1 pound of cod, 1 pound of russet potatoes that I've roughly diced, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley that I've roughly chopped up, 3 eggs that I've lightly beaten, a half of a cup of flour, 1/3 cup of crushed corn flakes, and I've also got about 3 tablespoons of canola oil that we'll be frying the fish cakes in a little bit later. You'll also need some water to boil the potatoes in and also to poach the fish in, and a little bit of salt and pepper. Those are all the ingredients, so let's go ahead and get moved over to the stove and I can start bringing this dish together. Here at the stove, I've already covered the potatoes with cold water and heavily salted it. This is on high, and once it comes up to a boil, it'll cook for about 15 minutes or until the potatoes are fork tender. For the cod, I went ahead and placed them into a skillet and covered them with just some cold water, and I'm slowly bringing it up to a boil before I drop it down to a simmer. Now that the water is starting to boil, I'll turn the heat down to low, and I want these to simmer for about 10 minutes or until the cod is poached all the way through. After poaching for 10 minutes, the fish is cooked all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and just remove it from the pan and allow it to start cooling down while I wait for the potatoes to finish. Now that my potatoes are done, I went ahead and drained them and allowed them to cool just a little bit. I have gone ahead and mashed them up. I've gotten as many of the lumps out as I can. And the next step is to start gently flaking the fish into the potatoes. Now that I have all the fish in, next in goes the ketchup, the lemon juice, the parsley, and about 2/3 of the egg. I want just enough in here to bind it. I'm going to start with about that much, and I'll add a little bit more if I need to. Now that I have everything stirred in here, I think this is about the right amount of egg. I'm not going to add any more. I do want to smooth that out a little bit and then divide this into fourths. This is going to make 4 nice sized fish patties. With the remaining egg, I'm going to set up a standard breading station, starting off by adding my eggs into here, the corn flakes into another container, and then the flour into a third. To the flour, I'll add a good pinch of salt and just a little bit of black pepper just to help season it up. This gets stirred together, and then I can go ahead and start forming the fish patties. Starting off with about 1/4 of the potato and the fish mixture, I've gone ahead and formed it into about 3/4 of an inch size patty. This will get dredged in the flour on both sides. This is going to allow the egg to coat or to stick better to our fish cake. Once you have it coated, go ahead and dust off any of that loose flour. We don't need it anymore, and then it goes straight into the egg wash before being transferred into the cornflake mixture. Once it's coated in the cornflakes, it gets transferred over to a plate so I can move back over to the stove and start frying off the fish cakes. I've gone ahead and heated up to 3 tablespoons of canola oil, and I want to add in the fish patties now. These are going to cook for about 7 to 8 minutes on each side, or until they're heated all the way through and they're a nice golden brown on the outside. Once the fish cakes reach a nice golden brown on the first side, I did go ahead and flip them over, where they're going to continue to cook for an additional 7 to 8 minutes, or until they're nice and golden brown on the other side. And then once I achieve that, I'll go ahead and plate one of these up and try it out, see what I think about it. Now that I have the fish cakes done and plated up, I just went ahead and garnished it with just a little bit more parsley. And I do have a little bit of lemon there just in case I want some. Though I imagine these would be really good with some tartar sauce also on the side. But let's dive in here and try it out. I like that crunch I can hear from the corn flakes. Those are really good. I get a little bit of hint from the lemon that I added inside. though I do think I want just a tiny little bit more. These are really good. These turned out so good. I really enjoyed making these, and I definitely enjoy eating these. These have got a lot of flavor packed into them, even though I really just used some leftover ingredients I had from the holiday season. Overall, these are something I will definitely make over and over again. I really do like these, but that is going to be it for me for the day. If you've enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I'm a Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.